Hi Mustangs, this is Stephanie Seifrit, Governor Mifflin School District Human Resources Director. Whether you're a longtime employee or you're new to Governor Mifflin, it's important that we periodically review our policies and procedures. We will not be reviewing all policies and procedures today, just highlighting a few. First, what is a policy? A policy is a broad statement of principle that guides our decision making. At Governor Mifflin School District, our Board of Directors sets our policies and outlines expectations. What is a procedure? A procedure is written by administrators and the superintendent, and it details how we're going to achieve various things. These are typically used in a day-to-day setting and are far more detailed. All of our policies set by the School Board of Directors are public and can be found by both the public and our staff on our public website, gmsd.org. Please take a moment to open a separate browser tab and go to gmsd.org and then return to this video. Once you've opened the browser tab, on the right-hand side, you will find the menu. Select Menu, School Board, and Policies. This is where you'll find all public policies that govern Governor Mifflin School District. In a few moments, we will go through several policies that are listed here on the gmsd.org website. Please take another moment to open another tab and go to the Internal Staff Resources page. This is a page that is only available to Governor Mifflin School District employees, so you must be signed in through Google to your Governor Mifflin account. The Internal Staff Resources page, available to employees, is a site where many internal communications, procedures, forms, and other resources exist. Many of our procedures are located here. However, you will find procedures in handbooks posted in your building. They may be directives from administrators, as well as being located here on the resources page. At this time, in addition to this video, you should have two other browser tabs open, the gmsd.org website, as well as this internal staff resources page. We will be looking at policies and procedures from both of these sites. The first policies that I would ask you to spend time reading and understanding are policies 103 and 104. These policies discuss non-discrimination and harassment of students and staff. That Title IX also falls under Policy 103. Governor Mifflin School District does not tolerate any discrimination or harassment based on any protected class. If you find that you have questions about this policy or any actions, please contact your building principal, department manager, or human resources. Please pause this video and take a moment to read through policies 103 and 104. Now that you've taken a moment to review policies 103 and 104, would ask that you take another moment and navigate to policies 317 and 351. Policy 317 discusses conduct and discipline of all staff members. It's also important to note under the arrest and conviction reporting requirement that should you be subject to arrest or conviction during your time at Governor Mifflin, that you would contact the Human Resources Department or the Superintendent of Schools to discuss the impact, if any, that may have. In addition, Policy 351 talks about controlled substances and substance abuse by staff members within Governor Mifflin School District. There is a separate training on Governor Mifflin School District being a drug-free workplace. However, it's important to note Policy 351. Please take a moment to pause this video and review Policy 351. Related to Policy 351 is Policy 323. This is a policy that outlines tobacco products and vaping being prohibited on public school property. That includes all areas of the Governor Mifflin School District campus. Please take a moment to review Policy 323 on the gmsd.org public website. The next policies for us to review are related to outside activities of employees. You will note on the policies page there are several policies that appear to be duplicated. They are under different categories. For example, Policy 319 on outside activities under employees and administrative employees is the same policy as 419 and 519, depending on your role within the organization. Despite being separated based on role, the spirit and intent of the policies remains the same. The board recognizes that staff have a right to outside activities. Please take a moment to review policies 319, 419, and 519 that discuss any restrictions on outside activities by employees. Now we'd like to review Policy 325, Dress and Grooming. It is important at Governor Mifflin School District that we demonstrate our professionalism through our dress and grooming. Depending on the role that you play within the district, what's expected of your dress may vary. We always want to be conscious of safety first. Therefore, you will see our operations, technology, and some other support staff positions wearing specific uniforms or gear. This is required in order to keep everyone safe. Likewise, there are roles within our student-forward population, in some of our paraprofessional roles, physical education and health, etc., where there may be a slight difference in what is acceptable for dress and grooming. Although the safety of our students and staff is always the most important thing, we do want staff to dress appropriately and professionally. In general, our staff should consider a business casual workplace in our buildings. This would prohibit hoodie sweatshirts, t-shirts, jeans for most positions. If you have any questions about what's appropriate for your role, please contact your department, chair, supervisor, building principal, or human resources. Next, we'd like to take a look at some policies related to electronic resources. Policy 815 outlines what's acceptable for the use of Governor Mifflin School District electronic resources. Please take a moment to read policies 815 and 815.1. Now that you've had an opportunity to read policies 815 and 815.1, it's important to emphasize that the use of Governor Mifflin School District property or electronic resources for viewing of pornography, child pornography, obscene materials, or any unacceptable materials is strictly prohibited. Should you believe that there is a violation of Policy 815, please contact the Director of Technology, your building principal, department manager, or human resources. If you take a moment to navigate over to the tab you opened, that is the GMSD Staff Resources page, you will find several links that speak to social media use and guidelines. At the top, if you navigate under Departments and then Communications, you will see social media listed. This page will show you a number of areas related to School Board Policy 816 and expectations around social media use. In addition, if you navigate under Departments, HR, Procedures and Directives, you will see that there is additional information around social media guidelines for staff. This outlines some best practices for staff to utilize to ensure that they are not violating any social media guidelines related to their personal use of social media. To read both of these areas. If you have any questions or concerns related to social media use, both in your capacity as an educator or personally, please contact the Director of Communications or Human Resources. When we begin to talk about social media, texting, and the world of technology that we all live in now, we would be remiss if we did not emphasize Policy 824, maintaining professional, adult, and student boundaries. Please take a moment to navigate to gmsd.org and locate Policy 824. Governor Mifflin School District has a number of approved communication avenues to communicate with students. Please utilize those approved apps, email, and other areas that have been approved by an administrator in communicating with students. It is never appropriate for adults to be texting or calling a student's personal device from their personal device. It's necessary that we maintain professional boundaries with our students to ensure that they learn what a professional boundary looks like with adult staff members. Students should be for a legitimate educational purpose and never for social interaction. This concludes the policies that we're going to review together, but you may want to take a few moments and review our public policies and internal procedures on the two sites that we've navigated together. Thank you for your time and attention, and as always, feel free to reach out to a member of the Human Resources Department should you have any questions or concerns. It's another great year to be a Mustang.